Hello, everyone. Got one more of these random commander decks. This one's from CardboardMonster Games on eBay, and they probably have a store elsewhere, but that was where I found them. This one was interesting because the listing only had one left and had three initially from the looks of it. But the description sounds like they would just continue to kind of like make more, which is fine, whatever. I'm also just about at the point where I'm going to start trying to see if I could do that myself, make some random commander decks. I want to make sure that mine are mostly cohesive. Like, when you're building from bulk, you only have so much to work with, of course, but I would want to make sure that there's like at least some sort of board wipey spell in the deck, some decent card draw, mana rocks, some cohesion, and I want to at least include two commander options. One that's probably going to be more flashy, more Timmy as far as like what it does, and one that's going to be a little bit more efficient. As far as I've seen in like my own collection and some stuff that I've been able to gather, the efficient ones are probably going to be either like low cost or a lot of the uncommon ones over the last few years, which is fine. Anyway, let's take a look at this. They said they threw in a deck box, which is nice. And to continue my abstain from getting a pair of scissors, because why would I do anything intelligent? I'm going to use a pen to open this up. Of course, keeping the label pointed down and away. Oh no, I knocked my phone. This is what happens when you're working on a cell phone on a small box with like a bunch of your own trading card crap in the background. You know, living my exact circumstances that I set myself up for because I'm lazy as hell when it comes to this kind of crap. Right. Deck box, card monster, cool. Neat. Let's see if there's anything on the paper in here or if it's just like shipping material. Yep, just shipping material, so we'll set that aside. And let's see. Let's find out what they put together for us. They literally said because they emailed me, or messaged me rather. I got the email from eBay, but they messaged me, excuse me, hiccups, that they were going to start construction on the deck shortly after, before shipping it off. So I kind of wonder if it's like, upon order is when you get it. Let's see. So much bubble wrap. Let's set some of that down. So we have Namada Primeval Warden. Cool. Ooh. Shesra Death's Whisper. Let's move Namada. Got a green dragon. Boulette. Drider. Black dragon. Baleful Beholder. Doomgape. Swarm Shambler. Thalanite Hermit. Verdant Force. Skittering Surveyor. Ooh, a Lovestruck Beast. That's cool. Creeple Hulk. Champion of Lamalt. Ivyland Denizen. Briarblade Adept. Ambush Viper. Wildheart Invoker, Siege Worm. Ooh, Clackbridge Troll. That's neat. Fleshbag Marauder, Wickerbout Elder, Fierce Empath, Spore Mound, Bosk Banneret. True Falcon. Is there a... Oh, I guess Namada's a tree folk, and I think I saw some other tree folk in there. Gloomwidow's Feast, Search for Tomorrow. Ooh, Vigor Mortis. I love this card. Murder. Bitter Revelation, Crushing Vines, Spark Harvest, Naturalize, Battle at the Bridge, Rushed Rebirth, Find and Finality, Soul Shatter, Consuming Vapors, Reign of the Pit, Hex, Taste of Death, Gaze of Granite, Cut of the Prophets, Barter in Blood, Bounty of Might, Remorseless Punishment. Interesting. Scatter the Seeds, Vendetta, Sprout Swarm, Evolutionary Leap, Teachings of the Corinne, Corinne Touched Orochi, Fists of Ironwood, Overwhelming Instinct, Rogue's Gloves, Runed Stalactite, Lifecrafter's Bestiary, Amorphous Axe, Universal Solvent, Armillary Sphere, Golgari Signet, Golgari Rot Farm, Jungle Hollow, Rupture Spire, Swamps, Forests. Pick up the other bit that I set aside. More forests, swamps, Saproling token. So, if not apparent, it's a bit of a creature token, specifically Saproling deck, and sacrifice like that kind of like aristocrats kind of build. Really like the look of this. This feels so much closer to the Helena and Elena deck as far as like quality of building. Looking at all of that stuff, if I had to take a guess, I'd say that those two are probably the closest in deck construction quality. Like I said last time, if I were ranking things, this would probably sit in the same A rank as the Helena and Elena deck. This might sit, like, if I were to order things on like high A to low A, this might sit a little bit above, honestly. Just personal opinion looking at it. I still need to sit down and play with these kind of things. The Helena and Elena deck definitely looks really good for a Grawl deck, and this looks really good for a Golgari deck. The Kranko deck looks very bursty and splashy, but like I said, with some of those subpar inclusions, I would have to put it at like a C rank. And I think the other one, the Rilsa Rail deck, would probably sit similarly. And I think that one, which it was the cheapest option that I found online, it's probably more so someone working through a lot of their bulk. And I think that the description of the random deck thing that the Cranko one came from is probably similar, but they're probably a store or something because they had a lot of rares and mythics that they threw in there. But that's kind of it. It felt kind of thrown together with that one. Not completely, but just a little bit. This one feels a lot more thought out. I really like that. But at some point in time in the near future, I do plan on trying to play with these. There's 2 other stores on eBay that I'm planning at looking at. One of them is within the same price range as all of these others. One of them is more expensive, but it mentions including deck box, sleeves, and creature tokens, which I wasn't even expecting a deck box from this one. I kind of wonder if they just kind of threw that in as like a bonus for me. But knowing that like I wouldn't have to buy sleeves and everything for the other one, it kind of balances out what the price is looking at. And it's as high as I plan to go as far as these things. There are definitely some that are much more expensive, and I don't feel like touching them. But sampling all of these to kind of get an idea of like what's on the market before I start trying to make some of these of my own is really beneficial, I think, both for whomever becomes a patron of mine. I don't mean patron like Patreon, but like someone who, a customer, or and for myself, because I would prefer to hold myself to a higher standard, and I like seeing like CandJcards and CardboardMonster, which they even have their own products. Crap. Apologies. As I knock things over, put my hand in front of the camera and everything. But given that they have their own products and everything, obviously, like, I'm out of the loop, but they must have a shop or a website that I just hadn't run across. But I want to keep my stuff, whatever I put out onto the market, within this range. I may not be able to include as many rares, and I plan to try and like, I'm not looking to undercut anyone. I'm just looking to kind of fit myself in that niche a bit, because it'll give a cash flow for myself, because unfortunately things have been tough. But hey, if things have been tough, why are you doing this? Because I have impulse control issues. Not entirely. Yes, entirely. Yeah. But it gives me an outlet for something that I have a passion about and can be used in a way that hopefully can, bring some money into my house. So, we will see how things go. I really like the look of this, and I hope everyone has a good day.